ChatGPT recently released a new module called data analysis. Now this is a really powerful tool and I wanted to have a play with it. This is a video of me showing you how to analyze your own tweet data to determine the best time for you to tweet based on your historical metrics. So everybody knows there's a certain time of day which is the best day to tweet, but that differs for everybody because everyone's audiences are slightly different. So this is a really personal analysis that you can do, and the results are quite interesting. It's very powerful. So first of all, what you're going to need to do is get your own data. So go over to Twitter, X, go to Profile, Settings, Settings and Privacy, and then you've got your download archive of your data here. That'll take about 24 hours to come back. Okay, so once you have your data back from Twitter, you can then start to load it into ChatGPT to start harvesting your own insights. So you'll get a JavaScript file. What I've done is I've deleted the variable at the start of the file, and then I've just made it into a JSON file, which is easier to process. So if I put the JSON file directly onto or into ChatGPT, it will throw an error because it says it's got too many lines and it doesn't want to process it. So I've found a way around that, and what we do is we can zip. See, this file contains too much text, so I'll put it into a zip folder, and within this zip folder we now have the JSON file. Now I'm going to ask it to extract it and have a look at it. So quite an easy prompt here. I have a JSON file in this folder containing all my tweets. Please take a look at this data and analyze the best times and days for me to tweet that have historically had the best engagement levels. So what it's going to start to do now is extract and parse the data. So it's going to need the data in a certain format. So we're just going to let it have a look at it, analyze it, and determine which are the best data points to use to judge, to give us what we're trying to find. I know which data points would be good. It would be created at, a favorite account, retweets, replies, length of text, things like that. But we're not even going to put that in there. We're just going to let it determine which ones are best to use, and it's surprisingly powerful. So now it's found the JSON file inside the folder. So it's going to extract it and start to process it. Probably going to put it into a data frame of some sort, and then it's likely to create an engagement metric, and then use that to then determine the best times and dates for optimum engagement for my personal tweets. So everybody knows there are certain times of the day which tweets perform better, but it's just an average based on massive amounts of data. This is really personal to me and my tweets over the last 9 years. So this is the kind of analysis I think we're going to start to see more of in the future as we do start to have access to our own data. At the moment, it's large corporations using our data against us for marketing or government or social media or whatever. But in the future, and we're starting to see that now, we're going to start to be able to harvest our own insights from our own data to make our own decisions, which I think is really powerful, and it's something I'm really excited about. And I hope to be able to collect a lot more data for myself, of myself, to better understand myself, because that is a challenge sometimes. Okay, so this is just for fun. This is the kind of thing I do for fun. Yay, exciting life. But you might find it really interesting and insightful to be able to view your own data in this way, and it makes it really easy for anybody to do. So what it's doing now, let's just have a quick look. So it's identified, created that favorite count, retweet count, and what it's going to do is try to parse that data. So it's come up with an error here. As you can see, the values seem to be strings rather than numeric values. So it would need to be a numeric value, and in the object, they are actually stored as strings. So what it's going to try and do is convert these from strings into integers, which is just amazing that it's able to correct itself along this journey without any further interaction from me telling it what it needs to do, which is just phenomenal, really, isn't it? Please put these into a visual so I can see the times and dates highlighted with a colour scheme. So it's going to say, great, I'm going to create a heat map that combines both the days and the week and the hour of the day to visually represent likes, tweets, and combination of days and hours. That's great. That's exactly what we want to see. We just want an easy chart we can look at to determine the best times and days for me to tweet. Okay, so we'll see what that comes back with. So like I said, there are some errors along the way, but if you just keep pushing forwards, it will correct itself, and it will then provide you with some valuable insights into your own engagement. Okay, so it's come across an error which is going to try and correct itself, which again is really powerful. Like it can deviate from the path but still pull itself back. Okay then, so as you can see now, it's created a heat map with days and hours of the day. So for me personally, it appears that Friday around about 6 p.m. is the best time for me to tweet, and Fridays in general are the best time for me to tweet. So between 8 a.m. is a good time, 1, 2, 3, and 6, and then Thursdays is 10, 11, and probably 2 would be a better time. Wednesday would be 1, 3, and 5. Tuesday 3 and 6. Monday 3, between 3 and 6. So I'm gonna do a post today at 3 p.m. and see how that goes. So I'm just going to try and get some more insights from this data that I've now loaded and see what it's able to give me. So I'm going to ask it to show me a complete history of my engagement levels over the years as a visual representation. So I'm going to save that as well. I'm going to use that from now on to try and determine the best times. Now, things do change over time, so it's important to reevaluate this every few months and reload a new set of data into that to see how things differ. This is quite a recent data set. I collected this, I think it's about 4 days ago. So as you can see, here, since between 2014 and now, my engagement levels have been extremely low. So 2014 was when I created my account. I created an app called Nightlife Bournemouth, and I used it. Used my account that I'm using now for that. And then I moved on from that and didn't really touch Twitter then for, as you can see, many years. Around 2020, I started projects with the Tron Ninjas and Tron NRG. But we used those accounts, and it was only in the last couple of years I've started tweeting with my own account. So as you can see, there's a massive growth here. For each person, this will look very different. For me, that's how it looks. But I want to understand what are the main topics that I tweet about. What are the keywords that are involved? So let's just see if we can extract that information from here. So show me a word cloud to better understand the types of tweets that have the best engagement and their topics. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get it to create a word cloud. So it's going to have to go back through the data and extract the words and do some analysis on that. So it's just going to try and do that now. As you can see, it won't take a moment, and hopefully it'll bring back an interesting visual for me to see, which will allow me to better understand what it is I'm talking about. Mostly talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like it's close to being done. Oh no, there's been an error. Hopefully it will correct itself again. Yeah, full citation, full text. Yeah, it is full text. That is what you need to get. Please can you? Yeah, it's full text. So I'm just gonna explain to it here. It is full text. Okay, so I wasn't able to determine the best column or the right column, so I'll just give it a little helping hand there. Full text is the full text of the tweet, so in the context of this JSON file. So I'm just going to let it run with that now. Now that we've confirmed it is the right one. Okay, so it hasn't got the full text in its initial analysis, which it's done this before. So what it's going to do is going to go back, reload that data, and extract the full text, because we're looking at a different kind of analysis now. What we're looking at is a word cloud to determine the best, the topics, the general topics and the words that are used in my most engaging tweets. Before it was just looking at metrics like time created, retweet, replies, things like that. So we're just going to give it a moment to get that data. Don't forget, this is 9 years worth of data, although 8 of those were not used. So we'll just give it a moment. It shouldn't take too long, and then we'll come back with a word cloud. And word clouds are quite interesting for me because it allows you to visualize some of the most used words in my tweets. There's mismatching, comparing, retweet codes, words of strings. So this has happened before. So it's trying to pass the strings into integers, which is what it needs to do to correct itself, because it needs those in integers. So it's the same error that we had before, but it's going through the process again, simply because we've had to reload the data because it didn't include the full text. So once that's complete, it'll give us a nice little word cloud. I do love a good word cloud. Okay, looks like we're nearly there. Yay! Okay, so as we can see straight away, I say mate too much in my tweets. We've got HTTPS, so clearly sharing a lot of links, blockchain, Tron NRG, crypto, Tron, often thanking people, it seems. Great. Yeah, so that's interesting to see that. And Tron Spark. It's interesting to see some of the things that I speak about. Just in Tron. End show! Yes! Oh, God. Okay. So it looks like we're friends. There's Den. Tron Ninjas. Free tickets. Okay, great. So that's really interesting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it, using the text and the sentiment and the style of my tweets, to craft me a tweet that is likely to get better engagement as me in my own voice. I'm making a video about this journey I've taken with you today to teach people how to use ChatGPT to do their own analysis. Now, I thought it'd be quite poetic to get it to finish off this journey and a little bit of a plot twist at the end. So I'm going to see what it comes back with and then use that tweet to accompany this video. I don't tend to use ChatGPT tweets at all, simply for the fact that if everybody tweeted somebody else's opinion, the world would be a crazy place. But as this is just a tutorial, we'll see what it comes back with, and they're a bit cringy sometimes. I've been on an incredible journey of ChatGPT, diving into the history to unlock the secrets of engagement, learned heaps, and guess what? I'm bringing it all. Oh God, this is so cheesy. Insights to you in my new video. Stay tuned for a blend of AI wizardry and real talk. I don't really talk like that, but hey, let's just do it for the experimentation and science and stuff. I don't know. Right. Okay. Right, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have and you've learned some interesting stuff, start to have a look at your own insights and see what works best for you. I am going to post this as a tweet today at 3 p.m. and we'll see if it gets the best engagement. All right. Well, thanks for watching.